What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about Bitcoin Cash today. Shout out to the Dragon Riders in the House of the Dragon. Right now, you guys, we're on pause. We're on a little bit of a red streak, aren't we? Just 1 day red after having so much green. You know, it's not going to be 100% upside to the 100% of the time, but you know, I'm not concerned at all with this. We could move lower, and I still wouldn't be concerned. In fact, you know, if we take this high to low, being that we did we close yesterday below the 1272? We did. We closed yesterday just below the 1272. We've actually closed 1, 2, 3, 4 hour candles in a row below the 1272. This could bring about lower movements down to the 100 or the 886 area, which is between about $530 to $500. We could go down there. The fact that we've kind of broken through this area where we've clearly found support and now we're clearly finding resistance, but we don't have a lot of volume, could give me enough cause to believe that we are about to see this move up to the $700 area. I'm just a bit concerned, and I shouldn't even say concerned, but I'm a bit taken back by the fact that we've closed 3-4 hour candles below the 1272 now. Yesterday, in yesterday's video, when I was saying in the next 3 days we move up to this $700 area, that's because we were holding this as support. Even though we're below it, we're still like holding this general area of support, so I'm okay with that. But if we go too much lower, really if we go below here, I'd be very convinced, like below 580 essentially, I'd be very convinced that 500 to 530 is where we're going to go. That's going to be our low, and then instead of in the next 3 days that we go to $700, we'll just go to 700 after we find that low, which, by the way, we zoom out, you look at it for what it's worth, it's really just a higher low. It's not that big of a deal. Just a normal kind of standard movement after seeing the extensions going back to your 886, 100 area and then finding support and moving higher. It'd actually be a really healthy, strong kind of move. I'm very convinced that we have higher to go because if we look at the weekly here, we've bounced off of our overbought zone. Now, we do have bearish divergence presenting itself. I probably mentioned this in yesterday's video or the day before, I can't remember. But I'm not sold that it is bearish divergence until we have a red week to close. So we still have a whole nother week and 19 hours before we get that, because I'm very, I hope I'm not jinxing it, but I'm very positive we're going to close this week green. We're up 22.5% right now. I don't think we're going to go down enough to confirm bearish divergence here. And even if we do get bearish divergence, you guys, that would only really mean that we have to go to about 470 before going higher. We just pull back to 470, a little bit below that, and then move higher, which from here it would be a little bit of a dump, but it's nothing that we haven't seen before, and it would just be a higher low overall. But I'm not convinced we're going to get that, mainly because this bounce off the overbought zone on the weekly, I think, is the setup for a very strong move that we've just yet to see the end of. And I think the end of it is going to come either at the 1618, the 1886, or the 2272. But first and foremost, let's look at the next area above us, which is about $700. If we look at the 4 hour again, you know, this RSI on the 4 hour looks very, very strong. Right now, we're kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, marching slowly but surely down. We could find support at the 50 area on the RSI, which would mean that we go down just a little bit, or we continue to kind of like slowly grind down, find support in the middle of the 1272 and the 100 area, somewhere around here. Don't even go down there, and then we continue higher. That could happen. It's less common, but just things to be prepared for. You know, to me, this look right now, it doesn't look too good. And it does seem that you respect this fib. So seeing that you're holding resistance here right now, I would be convinced that you're going lower, but I'm just wondering, where's the volume? If you go lower without volume, I more or less suspect that you could see an immediate like turnaround. But you know, if you go down and the volume starts to kick in, you probably go down to about $530, $500. So just be prepared for that. That's really all I wanted to say, guys. All in all, target is still the same. We're going higher. We're absolutely going higher. We're not just going to stop at 700, but in the more immediate terms, that's kind of where I'm looking. Top to bottom here, 700 to 934, somewhere in that area. Top to bottom here. Yeah, man. Maybe 875, quite literally. We could go right there, or somewhere in between the 6.9 and the 786, but I still think we're going there. I think we're in the midst of that move. We just might be on pause. It might not happen in the next 2 days. Yesterday I said 3 days, so that would leave 2 days left as of today. It might not happen in the next 2 days. It still could. It's just, maybe it takes a week, maybe it takes a week and a half, something like that. But inevitably, I do think we won't be on pause here for too much longer. We do have higher prices to go, so look for that when the time comes. And that's all I got to say, man. So if you like the video, hit that like button. Subscribe if you want to see more. You guys, thank you for all the new subscribers. This month, man, it was the third highest month for subscribers. It's looking like it's going to be the second, and there is a solid chance if we keep getting more subscribers, keep it up at the same rate for the next 2 days, it would be very, very close to being the best month of new subscribers I've ever had. And we're really close, man. All it would really take is probably about another 160 subscribers. That's about it. And I've been getting over 80 subscribers a day for the last 3 days, so let's just see how it goes. But enough about me. That's Bitcoin Cash, man. It really could, you guys. It could turn around today, and we could see $700 today. Like, it could happen. I'm just thinking, I'm a little bit taken back by this break of the 1272. There's not a lot of volume, so there's that. Looking at the 4-hour RSI, it is pretty damn bullish, and we haven't even gone to the area that we found support the last 2 times. So, that there are good things going for us here. I'm not convinced either way, even if we do go down to this area or lower. I'm not convinced either way that this is the end of the move. We're not in a correctional phase, or at least a more moderate correction phase like this or anything like that. Maybe it lasts for another day or two if we were to continue moving down, but soon we'll be back on the upside. Yeah, I wouldn't even say that the Green Dragon is taking a rest here. Like it flew, but it's not resting on ground, it's gliding. It's just gliding, right? Whenever you glide, you slowly descend down, then you flap your wings and you go up a little bit higher. I don't know. It's the analogy I went with. So that's all we got. If you guys like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you for coming. I will see you on the next one. Take care of yourselves. Bye-bye.